Well, hello, young and the restless daily recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Tuesday, October the 31st, 2023. Tuesday, October the 31st. October the 31st. The last day of October, y'all. Wow, this year's gone fast. Anyway, snoozer of an episode. Snoozer. Remember, Devon left Lily saying he was going to go talk to Tucker face to face, as if he was going to get a straight answer out of Tucker. As if. I don't know why Devon bothers. He gets there, Audra and Kyle are there, and he looks, he's like, well, what's going on here? And Audra and Kyle, actually, they were standing, or they got up, and nobody, Tucker said they were just leaving. And they left. And Audra goes sauntering out. So downstairs, Audra tells Kyle what a good job she did with Tucker, because when Tucker was questioning Kyle, telling him, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. And he goes, well, Tucker, I can't make you trust me, but understand, I'm ready to get my piece of my family's company. And I see my father is not going to give it to me. So I will do whatever it takes to get what's rightfully mine. So Tucker just kind of leaves it at that, like, yeah, right. He goes, well, you would have to prove yourself to me. So Kyle says, well, answer me this, Tucker. Ashley's back. So what does that mean for your plan? Tucker says, what do you mean? What does that mean for my plans? Well, it seems whenever Ashley's around, your plans change and you're busy trying to get on Ashley's good side. And Audra looked at Kyle and then she looked at Tucker like, uh-huh, yeah, really. But she didn't chime in, but she looked, because that's her main concern. Is Tucker has done 180s when Ashley was around, right? He said, don't worry about Ashley. Things are over with me and Ashley. He said, I will be, Kyle, he says, I will be putting a lot on the line behind this. And I stand to lose a lot only for you to now just say, oh, no, I'm not going to do it anymore. Right? So Tucker goes, I'm the one asking the questions. Kyle's kind of like, whatever. He was cool and calm. He wasn't trying to oversell himself because Kyle is cocky like that. He just is. Good. You do, you don't, you don't. Whatever. Right? So then that's when Devon knocks on the door and they end up leaving. So Audra's like, you handled him beautifully. Way to deflect with Ashley. So Kyle says, well, look, he doesn't trust me. He's going to give me a test. Give me a test, you know, because I'm serious. I'm serious about getting what's rightfully mine. So Devon is asking Tucker, okay, I'm going to ask you again. And don't lie to me because you lied to me last time I asked you. And I'm thinking, then why are you asking him now? What is going on between you and Mamie? Tucker, I don't know what you're talking about. He says, you sent Mamie a text saying we need to meet this afternoon. Tucker looks at Devon. He goes, yeah, I did. What do you want to meet her for, Tucker? It's about you. I want to meet her about you. I want to mend fences with you, and I want to see if she has some suggestions. And Devon is like, she barely knows me, and I don't really even know her. See, I got adopted into the family. Mamie can't give you any real insights on me. But see, I don't know why I bother. I really don't. He goes, what do you mean, Devon? You're a liar, and you're lying to me right now. And Tucker looks at him. See, Tucker can't get too mad at Devon. He can't blow up at Devon, right? Because Devon will say, you know what year is this? 2023? Let's touch bases in 2033, okay? That's Devon. Devon is like, my son will be 13. Look me up. Maybe we could get together. And so Devon says, you know what? I don't know why I bother. And I've pretty much had it. Because there's always another shoe to drop. And you always say it's for family. Well, I'm telling you, Tucker, I'm done. And Tucker's like, what? Well, I don't know what else I could say, Devon. Everything I do for you and Dominic. He goes, okay, there we go. I'm out of here. So look, Devon leaves knowing no more information than when he got there, which is why I said I don't know why he bothers. Why? So now we have, during the meantime, with all of this, we got Billy and Jack talking. And Billy and Jack are talking, and Jack just point blanks because Billy asked Jack, what's going on with Kyle? I know something's going on between you two. And Jack tells the truth. Kyle wants to come back to Jabot, but only under one condition. And Billy goes, really? What condition is that? He wants his old job back. So Billy looks at Jack. He says, you mean he wants my job? And by the way, everybody, Billy is in a suit. Billy's in a suit. Billy's in a suit. Billy's in a suit. So, wow. I was just saying he's always in casual clothes, but he's in a suit. So anyway, Jack says, well, he says he feels, that was his position. And Billy says, yeah, you mean the position he left? Right? So no, it's not his just job. It's my job now. He goes, unless, Jack, see, what did you tell him? And Jack kind of hesitating. He goes, okay, I'm going to ask you again. Jack, what did you tell him? Well, I told him that it wouldn't be right. That wouldn't be the right thing to do. And and Billy goes, yeah, because I'm doing a good job here at Jabot. And let's talk about your son, Jack. He says, now I know you and his mother want him back at the company. But Kyle doesn't deserve co-CEO, Jack. He hasn't earned it. You handed it to him the first time without him even earning that. And so Jack says, but isn't that just what happened to you? You've been CEO of Jabot plenty of times and you hadn't earned it. Ooh, Billy took offense to that. And I would have took offense to it too. I don't care what you're talking about, brother. Okay. Are you talking about maybe I took control of Jabot when I was your kid's age? You doggone right. I wasn't ready for it. Screwed a bunch of stuff up. Right? My head wasn't right. Neither is your son. Your son's not ready. Because see, there's a good 25 years difference between I would say 20-year difference between Kyle and Jack. No, not Kyle and Jack. Between Billy and Kyle. Good 20. Easy. They just got Billy looking young and young, right? And so he says, I have a resume, Jack. Yes, I may have made some screw ups and some bumps along the way, but I've run companies. Kyle was handed what he had, and he slid into CEO of Marquetti. Okay. So Jack is like, and he goes, and by you throwing that up to me, that's telling me where your head is at, Jack. And Jack's like, my head's not anywhere. But he goes, no, no, Jack, don't even try that with me. See, I've had to come back here and work with your prying eyes waiting for me to screw something up. He goes, that is not, he goes, yeah, yes, Jack, yes. You have been watching my every move and don't think I don't know it. Even though I'm the one who's held down the fort for months. Which, yeah, all Jack could think about Diane, 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 right? Oh, Diane might be crying. Let me go. Yeah. So he goes, well, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not giving up this position without a fight. Because, see, this is my family company, too. And I rightfully deserve the spot I'm in. Okay. Although, truth be told, the one who really deserves to be co CEO is Ashley. Really. She's run the company. She's run her own companies successfully. She is the nuts and bolts and heartbeat of Jabot. But she don't want to be co-CEO to Jack. She'd rather be in the lab and do her thing. Now, one thing I could say about Jack, John groomed Jack, but Jack, even when Jack was young, when Jack was Kyle's age, I don't even think Jack had a titled position. He was just the boss's son, right? People knew he was heir apparent, although him and Ashley were fighting for that, right? John just never gave Jack anything. John always tried to teach and nurture Jackie, right? Because Jackie was doing a whole lot of things that John had to clean up. But Jackie didn't get that position until John left it, went to jail, or in and out. Jack was the one that caused him to lose Jabot, talked John into taking it public. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff, right? But Jack has spent years with that company. Jack does deserve to be CEO. Billy has never spent years with Jabot because he's always kind of felt like an outsider. And he never was corporate. He does not like corporate. Never has, never will. But he does try. He tries to do corporate when he can, which he's doing right now. If you leave Billy alone by this time, by summer next year, he's gonna be gone because he just does not stay for long periods of time. He's got to shed the suit. So anyway, Billy sees Kyle at the restaurant, and he looks at him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Devon comes down the stairs, and he runs into Mamie. And he looks at her and he says, Aunt Mamie. And she's like, oh, Devon. She sees him coming from down the stairs. He goes, you going to see Tucker? And she just looks at him. He goes, I know you guys are meeting this afternoon. I just left him. Let me give you a warning. He's a liar, and you can't trust him. And whatever he says he's going to do, he's not going to do it. He has his own agenda. So I need to make sure you understand that. You don't understand the man you're dealing with. And she's just standing there looking. And Devon says, have a good day, Aunt Mamie. And he walks out. So she goes up the stairs. right? She goes up the stairs to talk to Tucker. Before she gets to that point, she spent all afternoon talking to Ashley. And poor Ashley, he scared me, Aunt Mamie. I had never seen him this mad. I just couldn't walk away from my family, Aunt Mamie. And Mamie's like, well, of course you couldn't, my girl. Of course. But oh, he scared me so bad I knew I had to get away from him. Now, Ashley, no man ever has the right to scare you like that. You are worth more than that. And I thought, what's the definition of he scared me? He said mean things to me. He yelled at me. See, Tucker did not raise a hand to Ashley. He didn't throw nothing Ashley's way. She strung that man along. I mean, she's lucky all he did was raise his voice and say mean things to her. If there's one thing she did not say, and she hasn't told everybody, he verbally abused me. Because, see, ooh, when you're getting verbally abused, it's just he said mean things to me and he scared me. No, Ashley. And it's like when she and Tucker were arguing, he goes, and I meant every word of it. He's just like, I'm not apologizing for what I said. But the way I said it, I could have said it another way. See, that's telling you he didn't verbally abuse her, calling her way out her name and everything, right? And so Mamie just, oh, my girl, my girl. He sounds like he's horrible, Ashley. See, Mamie's pretending like she don't know him, but guess what? Mamie, you don't know him. I don't know where Mamie's been. It has definitely not been business. She was a good nanny. That don't mean you can spot a deceiver, a con, a Tucker, right? Oh, but you know a Jill, but you don't see Tucker for who he is. So she gets in the room and she tells him, I don't need you. I just talked to Ashley and she told me that you scared her. He says, and you're just going to take one side of the conversation? You're just going to listen to Ashley? She goes. And then Devon downstairs, he just warned me too. So I don't need you for the deal. And so Tucker says, yeah, you do. Because in order for you to accomplish what you want, you need Jill Abbott gone. And you can't get Jill Abbott gone without me, can you? And she looks. And then she, and I'm like, what kind of acting is that? I, I'm I'm like, that's over dramatizing and we got the this and that. And I'm like, okay, this kind of looks like actress playing Mamie hasn't done too many acting parts since Mamie. And I ain't saying nothing bad about her personally. I'm just talking about her, the way they have her reacting in scenes. It's not natural reactions. They're not even convincing reactions. I'm I remember Mamie years ago, but see, I remember way back then when Mamie was on, I was watching All My Children. But I would see, because I would see a young teenage Drusilla coming in the house. I remember her. I would on and off watch that because I loved looking at Christophe St. John. Woo, man. So anyway, I don't know. I'm not thrilled with Mamie. They to me should have left this whole storyline out. It's not needed. It's going nowhere. And it's not going to help Young and the Restless move along a lot. Now, when she came back for the opening of the jazz lounge, now they have Mamie acting with some sophistication about her. They really did. Now what they're doing, I don't know what they're doing. Don't know at all. So let's go to Comment Corner. Comment Corner. Lisa says Nate has done nothing wrong. He does want to remain neutral. He should leave Newman Enterprises, but I see why he wants to stay there for the opportunity. Well, which is true. At Chancellor Winters, with what he did to Devon and Lily, they're not going to give him a chance, and rightfully so. He tried to sell them out to then be CEO of that company. He just hurt him in the worst way. Anita says, Billy has been wearing suits for the past few episodes. I did not notice he was dressing casually, smiles. I noticed, but you know what? I don't care enough to look back. I don't care. But you might be right. Maybe past few he might have. But I know when he was going in and out of Jack's house, he was not dressed. Wendy says, hi, thought it was GH. Oh, no, no, I do. Young and the Restless and GH daily recaps. I do both. Actually, I tend to do more GH because GH is my old-time favorite. So sometimes with my busy schedule that's been happening, I haven't had an opportunity to watch Y&R every single day, but I get caught up and then I do some videos on Y&R. Brooklyn says, hi, pretty daily recap lady. After today, I'm more convinced that Kyle will flip the script on Tucker, as I mentioned last week. Sure, Kyle is in for now cautiously. Thanks for the recap. Oh, I believe that. I believe Kyle is making himself a mole. I honestly believe that. And I think Kyle, once he exposes Audra and Tucker, he's going to want to be rewarded with his job back. He's going to want to be rewarded. But see, Kyle is so busy saying the COO job is a demotion. When he left co-CEO of Jabot and went to CEO of a division of, it was a demotion. Because Jack said, going to be CEO of Marchetti is a lesser position than what you're doing now, Kyle. And Kyle told him, but I want to work with my wife. And it's an opportunity for us to do good things with that company. So he wasn't worried about making less money as CEO of Marchetti, because let me tell you something. Summer CEO is not making what Billy is making. Co-CEO, the parent company. Kyle was okay with that demotion. Probably even the chief operating officer, which is the COO job that Jack offered him, probably still pays more than the CEO of Marchetti. Kyle, this will give him an opportunity now to be overseeing more operations of the company, showing his talents and what he can do. But no, if it ain't his job, if it ain't his old job, he don't want a job. And then Belinda says, but I do believe he would never do that to his family. Belinda says, hi, recap lady. It's plain to see that Ashley keeps stringing Tucker along because she wants revenge to hurt him like he hurt her in the past. Ashley was on a mission to get her lick back all the way to the altar and married him. And that's BS about Tucker scaring her. If he scared her so badly, why didn't she meet him in a public place instead of his hotel room, right? Oh, I know. He didn't scare her. I'm telling you. She is just boo-hooing, just whatever. right? She knows people will be all on her side by telling that over dramatization, right? Thanks for another great recap. As for Kyle, he's dumb as a box of rocks if he thinks Audra will give a hoot about using him and throwing him under the bus once she gets what she wants. Come to think about it, Audra is getting a bit cocky and on her high horse, and she will do the same to Tucker if the opportunity presents itself. Because Audra is out for Audra, and she doesn't have a second thought about who she gets into bed with. That's right, to achieve her goal to be CEO and in charge of the Genoa City corporate world. That is so true. Audra is just Audra. Audra something else. But I tell you what, when is Audra going to work these days? I'm not seeing her working in Newman Enterprises, putting in the long hours. What's going on with that? So anyway, everybody, that's it. That's it for the daily recap of The Young and the Restless. I will be back tomorrow for another daily recap.